I'm appalled at what you said on that pod thing. It's disgusting.
This is the After the Show podcast. It's where we get honest and real with yo ass. So sit back, relax, have a blast, because it's time for the After the Show podcast.
Yeah, hello and welcome to the Monday KVJ After the Show podcast. It's myself, Virginia. Denny's and Suits, they're in there doing their thing. Bird is not with us. We heard this morning, got an email from him, or a text, I guess it was. He had lost his voice. I said, well, that's not really good for a radio show. So he wasn't able to speak. And then I saw him in the parking lot coming in this morning, and he was out there. He'd come by the radio station to pick up a COVID test from Denny's, thinking maybe he might have the COVID. He's got a fever of 103, he had said, and that was the last we have heard. He was going to go out and try to find some kind of urgent care or something along those likes. And that's about it. That's where we are. So no word on the bird.
103, though, is nothing to mess around with.
No.
Like, if your fever stays that high and you're taking Tylenol and it won't come down, like, that's when you have to go get some help.
I don't know if there's any truth to this story. And medically, it may not pan out. But when I was a kid growing up, you remember I've talked about my grandma Beulah that
Yes.
was in and out of psych hospitals. Probably I remember her going in at least 6 to 8 times they would put her in. And I saw personally a couple times where they had to wheel her out on a gurney after she just went off the deep end. They had told me that when she was younger, she had a massively high fever, almost died from it. And she kind of started having those issues afterwards. Almost like it cooked her brain.
I think any of that kind of stuff is possible.
Yeah.
Think about it. I mean, the brain's not meant to be that hot. And if something makes it get all wonky like that, you may not be able to recover from the areas that get damaged.
Yeah. So hopefully we don't have Berg cooking his brain. Oh, my gosh. Could you imagine? Be terrible.
Better go get some help.
Yep.
We pay all this money for health insurance. Go use it.
Mm-hmm. What do you do? Do you put yourself in an ice bath or something like that to help bring that down? I know there's Tylenol and things like that you can do to bring down a fever.
I would try everything.
Yeah.
Ice bath, Tylenol.
Yeah.
And then if nothing was working, definitely go to the ER or urgent care.
Yeah, no doubt. Did they give you an IV? Does an IV bring down your body temperature?
I don't know. I guess they try to figure out maybe where your infection is and what's going on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So people are wanting to know, where does Bird's sickness count now stand against Suits?
Who's got more of the bitch-ass immunity?
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. Over the last year, who has been sick more frequently? If you had to guess, what do you think? It might be getting close now.
And Bird's got a lot of those Monday sickness.
Yeah, I hear you.
A lot of his fall on Monday after a wild weekend.
It's not his good day. That's a tough day for him, no doubt.
Look, I like to tie one on, too.
Yeah, don't we all? Absolutely. Yeah, so hopefully the Bird gets himself better and gets that fever down. So we'll see. Got a bunch of emails here. Thank you very much for the heads up on this. Somebody let me know that Dune Part 2 is going to be premiering on HBO Max on May 21st, which would be tomorrow.
Oh, there you go.
I'm so excited. Yeah, because I watched Dune Part 1. Finally got to it last weekend, and I was so excited because I saw I had Dune 2 right there. Part 2 was on the little thing of the movies, and I watched Part 1. I went excitedly to Part 2, and they're like, you can watch this for $25.
Like, what?
I was like, what?
I'm not paying $25.
Yeah.
Just on principle alone.
No, exactly.
If you start watching a show on a carrier and you subscribe already to that one, like, come on.
Yeah, so I was very disappointed, but to find out, tomorrow it's dropping. I won't be able to have time to watch it until this weekend, but already I'm going to plug that into the calendar, Virginia.
Nice.
And you know what? It's a 3-day weekend, too.
That's right, because you had to just tell me that it was Memorial Day on the 27th. So technically, it's a week from today.
Don't sleep on that.
Vacation day.
That's right. That's awesome. Yeah, so when Bird has 103 fever next Monday, it'll work out well.
When he has that Monday fever that hits like clockwork,
That's right. That's right. It's going to be a good timing then.
he'll text us to say he's not coming in, and we'll be like, it's okay. We're not either.
Yeah, nobody's coming in. Day off. Woo. So, yeah, I got to line up some stuff to watch. I always do appreciate the heads up because that's it. I mean, it's so hot. You can't even go out. It was crazy this weekend.
It really was. I mean, it was suffocating at that road cleanup. I got in my car and I
Oh, it
was
was.
dizzy.
No.
I thought I was going to puke.
Yeah. I had gone out twice. I had a little bit of lunch on a patio at El Camino on Friday. Too hot. I was dizzy the rest of Friday. And then you're right. After doing the cleanup on Saturdays, couldn't do anything. We didn't
Of
do
course, we plan a KVJ outdoor activity with no relief on a day where there's like emergency advisory for heat.
Yeah, well, you know what? I included that. We did a recap email, and I was like, yeah, pretty much anything from May 1st until the end of October.
We just didn't realize it'd be that hot.
But you just never know. Yeah, like I tell you, it's for whatever reason at the week right after Sunfest, the weather it falls apart.
You're right.
Nothing good. It's all going downhill. It's crazy. Our former intern Christina sent us an email to let us know she is the biggest Adam Sandler fan on the planet. Have been since third grade. She said, "I'll fight anybody who thinks that they're a bigger Adam Sandler fan than me."
Will you fight Kevin though? Because Kevin said he could kick Adam Sandler's ass.
I think I could take him, but somebody had said, you know what? Sandler, I think, is a hockey fan.
He is.
And so if that's the case, yeah, I don't know. That doesn't bode well for me. He might take me down.
Hockey guys do fight, but I mean, being a hockey player and being a hockey fan are two different things.
It's true. But, look at, it's probably why he does Happy Gilmore. And so, yeah, I might be underestimating the Sandman. He might be able to take me down. She said basically Adam Sandler is my Billy Joel, but she said Jbird is right. There is nothing good that can come out of making another Happy Gilmore movie. I hope I am wrong, but I won't be. It's unfortunate.
Wow.
Yeah, there's some that are just, the sequels are so bad. I was scanning through movies trying to find something to watch over the weekend. I forgot they had made Dumb and Dumber 2. I saw that one time. I was like, gosh, it was so bad.
My husband loves it, though.
Dumb and Dumber 2? The second one?
Maybe not Dumb and Dumber 2. I have to ask him how. I know he loves Dumb and Dumber. I'll have to ask him what he feels about Dumb and Dumber 2.
I've not talked to anybody that loved that movie. In fact, if you had to say the worst comedic sequels of all time, it's up there. Dumb and Dumber 2 is terrible. Caddyshack 2 is atrocious. And they're coming off of legendary movies. Yeah, there are some, honestly, some of the comedy sequels. That's why I'm so happy, like when you have an Old School or something like that they just leave it at the one. If they would have done an Old School 2, there's no way that would have been good. Wedding Crashers 2, what else are you going to do? It's done. I think the same thing with Happy Gilmore. I just don't know what they're going to do. It'll be interesting to see where they're going with it.
I mean, if you have major fans that are saying, don't do it, we love that movie.
Yeah, and I was running past, okay, maybe what if they took into the world of pickleball and things like that? Jbird like, nah, even something like that, it's not going to work. Because with golf, what are you going to do? He's going to be playing in the old league. I mean, there's nothing exciting about that. Talking about restaurants trending up, trending down, you do have some like your El Caminos. That's a restaurant group that's trending up. They're opening all over the place. Brand new ones. They have pretty much South Florida covered. Tap 42 just opened up at the Gardens Mall. And they've got locations all the way Miami, Fort Lauderdale. Fort Lauderdale's the original. They're in Boca. You name it. And Cooper's Hawk, I was wondering because I saw they're closing the Cooper's Hawk in the Galleria Mall in Fort Lauderdale. And I was like, oh, dang, is Cooper's Hawk trending down? And then when I saw a photo of the Tap 42 at the Gardens Mall, I thought, well, that wasn't the old Cooper's Hawk, was it? Somebody said, no, it's same entrance. Cooper's Hawk is still open.
Okay.
Good. Glad to hear that because you need wine places, right?
We do, yes.
Yeah.
My friend joined, and he's like a member there, and he has like 30 bottles to go pick up.
What does that mean when you're a member there? I didn't know they do that.
I think they talk you into like a membership, and then every month you get a certain amount of bottles, but if you don't come in and get them, they like put them in your like wine locker.
Okay, wow.
I know.
I didn't
So
know it
my
was that
friend's like, I
thing.
got so many bottles. I'm like, let's go get them.
Wow.
I do not believe in wasting wine.
No, you should not. Absolutely not. I got an email here from Jill. She said, I just want to let Virginia know that I've been suffering with watery eyes for a long time. No makeup on the left eye and tears that won't stop. I started using these eye drops over the counter. It's Opcon A from Bausch & Lomb.
Okay.
And she said for about a week now, and they have made a huge impact. I use them when I wake up, and it pretty much lasts all day. I feel your pain. I hope they work for you. I went to an optometrist last Saturday, and they say that the tearing is a sign of dry eye. Figure that one out. Dry eye, watery eyes. So anyway, there you go.
Yeah, I think I have a sensitivity to everything under the sun, but I think especially like sunscreens and all the makeup that I use, I try to use makeup with sunscreen. So now I had to like switch all my makeup and like use different sunscreen with like hypoallergenic ingredients, and that's an expensive project. Switching
Yeah.
out all your makeup. Ugh.
Yeah, that is, I can't believe how expensive makeup is.
It's ridiculous, and it's gotten out of hand. It really has.
It's one of those things that's gone up.
Oh, yeah.
How, like, is it like everything else that's gone up, or is it just in its own?
So, like, I was looking at CVS the other day, and, you know, like, I'm fine with drugstore makeup. I think that you can make it happen with drugstore makeup. You just have to put on a good base of like moisturizer before you put on any kind of other foundation. So I was looking at the foundation, and I can remember when these foundations used to be $8, $9, $10. Now they're $17,
Oh, really?
$18,
Oh, wow.
$22. The drugstore brands. You're not even talking about like the fancy department store cosmetics. These are in CVS, and they're looking for, you know, triple the price of what it used to be. I don't know. It's just weird. It's weird to me.
It is pretty crazy. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with prices for the first time in a while. Inflation did drop for the first time this year. They had this report out late last week. People are paying 3.4% more for goods now than they were this time last year. But in March, that number was 3.5%. So you see where it's down a little bit. I don't know how good you feel about that. They say that Americans are spending an average of $218 more per month on their expenses than they were compared to last year.
I just don't think that they're accurate with their inflation numbers because it seems way worse than they're saying.
Well, the problem is wages are now rising faster than inflation, and before they were not. And that's been the issue. So they're saying inflation really shouldn't be that big a deal if your wages and how much money you make is going up higher. Then you're like, oh, well, okay. At least I got the money to still pay for it, so it doesn't affect you.
If you're one of the lucky people that's noticed their wages going up, a lot of us are flat.
Right. And like I said, this is the first time that's happened where wages are now rising faster than inflation. It finally was able to catch up. When it was at 9.1%, there's no way it was keeping up.
Right.
Yeah, they say overall prices are up 19.3% since January of 2021. Isn't that insane?
That feels right.
Yeah.
20%.
That is.
That feels right.
Food prices up 20.8%. All energy prices up 38.4%.
Yeah, I
That's
see all of that.
crazy.
That and more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so they say that families are most stressed about groceries, gas, and utilities. That's it.
Yeah.
But they say the good news is price of eggs has dropped by 7%, apples 2%, ribs by 2%. So that gets you excited.
I do like apple slices on my ribs. That's delicious.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Oh, I love the juicy meat and then the crisp Granny Smith apple.
You like the Granny Smith? What's your favorite apple?
Granny Smith.
Really?
Without a doubt.
Aren't they kind of hard and bitter?
Yes, just like me. You are what you eat.
Granny Virginia?
Yes, bitch.
Hard, bitter.
Give me a hard, bitter apple. That was
No.
my favorite thing, at the Food and Wine Festival over the weekend under the bridge.
Yeah.
I was a food judge, and my favorite burger was this delicious burger that Brick and Barrel did, and it had a piece of foie gras on it, and it had a Granny Smith apple slice, and it had brie cheese, and it was so juicy. When I bit into it, juice ran down my arm. I was like, this is the perfect combo of meat and apple and cheese. And
Okay.
it was so good.
They nailed it, huh?
They nailed it.
Okay.
I was so loving it.
All right. Sounds like a lovely high-end event
It
under
was.
a bridge.
I mean, there was a lot of brands represented, not just great restaurants. Of course, everybody in Jupiter was there, but also like alcohol brands like that Mom Water, Dad
Mom water. I ain't heard
Water.
of that. What's that?
It's all the rage. It's like all the young people are getting into it.
Mom water.
Mom Water and Dad Water. The
Okay.
Mom Waters have names like Karen, Linda.
Okay.
They have
And
like
it's like
Nancy.
what is it, like alcohol infused water?
It is. It drinks like a water, like a super white.
That sounds really dangerous.
You would like the taste. It's like it's all the yummy without any of the weird stuff that White Claw gave us.
Okay. So then what is it? It's not a malt liquor?
No.
It's like a canned cocktail kind of thing then? Like maybe a
Yes.
vodka or
Yes.
a tequila?
Yes.
Okay.
But it's infused with fruit flavors, but it drinks super light.
If you didn't know and somebody just handed you one, would you think you're drinking a water or would you know you're drinking an alcoholic beverage?
It'd be tough.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
See, that's dangerous.
It drinks real light.
Imagine if you have no idea and you're just trying to hydrate and next thing you know you're at a party and you get super shitty and you hit a kid with cake in the face.
I've never had that happen, or I accidentally got drunk. I pretty much signed up for it.
But you would start freaking out if you thought you were drinking water and you're starting to get hammered, right? You'd be like, what is
Totally,
going on
yeah.
with me?
But it does say on the can. I mean, look, 5% alcohol. So
Right, but I'm
You
saying
don't
if
read-
somebody were just handing you a glass and you thought it was water and you're drinking this,
yeah,
could you tell?
check your cans, check your labels.
Dying. Okay. Got an email from Becky. We'd had Billy in Maryland had sent an email. His wife gave birth not long ago, and he was looking to get some action. She's been turning him down, and man, people are kind of going all in on him, saying he was being selfish.
He is being selfish, but you got to remember, he's got a penis. It's not his fault.
Oh, okay.
It comes with the equipment.
He's
and
exempt because of that.
it's actually really not his fault, even though we want to blame him and come after him. He's a man, and that's how God made men. Men just don't think like women. They're very different, and we're raising this baby that we just pushed out of us, and we're got a different focus. But he didn't push anything out.
Yeah.
He's still the same horny guy that he was when he knocked you up. He's an animal at the core of his being, and I think we just have to remember that and give him a little grace for that.
Okay.
Give him a little education.
Becky said, I'm a mom of 2 little kids, and I had compassion when I heard Billy's email. Same thing that stuck out to me, or something that stuck out to me, and apparently him, is how he's attracted to his wife's body with the maternal changes. Said her boobs and her butt were popping. I don't know about other women, but I felt so self-conscious about how I looked.
Yes. Girl, most of us, 90% of us, feel terrible after we have a baby.
And I was also dressing in a way that felt sloppy because I was so tired and uncomfortable in this new body.
Yes, you want to just wear a muumuu. If you're nursing and changing diapers and up all hours of the night, you don't want to be in a cute outfit.
Something he could do for his wife is leave her notes telling her how beautiful she is. Don't grab at her because as a new mom, your body is under so much abuse. But tell her how she looks good, flirt with her, and make it known that you still think she's gorgeous. Focus on complimenting her looks without expecting sexy time in return. My husband has been so loving and supportive of my body and the changes I went through, including when I started losing my hair. Yeah, that happens.
Oh, boy.
While breastfeeding, or when I would smell from spit up or missing showers. He bought me pretty house clothes, so I was still cozy and comfortable, but it gave me a sense of myself again, not just a dumpy-looking milk machine.
That's so sweet.
My husband's a great dad, and he showed me he's dedicated to being a great husband and partner, even when he knew I wouldn't want to be intimate. I would shrug off his compliments and disagree with them, but it really deeply made me feel so good and thankful that he still found me attractive and would express it without getting any loving in return. She will feel attracted to you and not annoyed by another task. Don't give up. Don't get caught taking care of yourself. All the best and congratulations on your new baby. So there you go.
That's a good email. She's right.
Viv said, hey, KVJ, my husband has a mom and pop's business. I recently learned about credit card fees there. When a business allows customers to pay using credit cards, there is a fee. For 20 years, his business has eaten that cost. However, with the rise of costs on everything, his could no longer do it. So recently, he had to offload that cost to each customer that chooses to pay him with a credit card. They are now charged 3% of their purchase. That money does not go to the company. It goes straight to the credit card machine company. To avoid this fee, customers can pay with cash, check, or debit card. We always inform customers of this fee and have it posted. Also, each credit card machine is programmed customer per company request. So when an employee hands you the machine and your only options are 15, 20, etc., the store sets it up that way. John Smith sub, one employees always tell me that if you wish to not leave a tip, press this button. Okay. So that is kind of messed up because it does seem like we're moving to a cashless society where some places don't accept cash. But if not, then you're always going to pay 3% more.
When you use the credit card, not the debit card. I think what she's saying, it's different for the debit card.
Okay. So you should do that, don't do credit.
Yeah, I
Start
think so.
getting rid of that.
If they're tacking on 3%, especially.
Okay. All right. Well, there you go. Learning something all the time. I got an idea here from Matthew for a you suck shot or a punishment. Have you seen yet the tuna salad shot, Virginia?
Yes, that's a
Okay.
great idea. You know what? I'm going to go buy some tuna today.
It's 1 ounce of fresh tuna juice, 1 ounce of mayonnaise, and a black pepper rim. There's the photo of it.
We were going to add a little booze to ours, too.
Oh, okay. What kind of booze do you think would go with that?
I think vodka would pair nicely with the tuna
Oh, really?
shot. I do.
Okay.
A little Atoll vodka with the
Okay.
lemon and the fish.
All right.
It's delish.
There you go. If you got to do it, might as well do that, huh?
You might as well try to make it taste a little better.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, well, good luck with that. Cassie said, been a listener since day one, not to be a Debbie Downer, but I've been homeless since January with a sick husband and 3 kids.
Oh, no.
You're literally the only thing that gets me motivated for each day. Congrats to Suits for making his move. Vicious V, you're not as witchy as they say. Kev, you're a little smuggy, but I accept you. And Jbird, if I wasn't married for 22 years, I swear we'd tear some shit up together and make it weird. Seriously, you guys have always made me smile in the darkest time. 25 years and still going strong.
Well, we'll say a little prayer for you, sweetie. I hope it all comes together.
Yeah, hang in there. I really hope it's getting better. I keep seeing that they're trying to expand the affordable housing. I think it's slowly catching up. It does seem like there are some positives with the economy, like we had just read with inflation. I hope it starts to change. If you know anything about the Dow Jones, apparently it closed above 40,000 on Friday for the first time in its 139-year history. I assume that's good. I assume. I don't know.
I assume, but I don't know what I'm talking about.
Who knows? So we'll see. But yeah, I do have sympathy for anybody that's going through all that stuff. Interesting little tidbit here about dogs. Mandy was saying that if you're trying to get in control of them, always grab them by the tail. I have 2 pit bull mixes. One is a bait dog, but if I grab him by the tail, he immediately stops. The more you know.
Wow.
Huh. What is it? I don't even know what a bait dog even means.
Does a bait dog mean that he was in a dog fighting and they would throw him in the ring as a bait dog?
I don't know.
Oh my gosh, that's horrific.
So the dog was bred for that, so it's kind of got it in there. I've never heard that.
That dog fighting stuff breaks my heart. I can't handle it.
Yeah, no, it's a terrible thing. I can't imagine anybody would find any enjoyment in that whatsoever. It's terrible. Yeah, I don't know. Okay.
Grab him by the tail.
I don't know. I would look into that first.
Just don't go around grabbing random dogs by the
Yeah.
tail. But I guess if one is attacking you,
Yeah, I'm not positive I'm going to follow that advice or that I necessarily endorse it. So that could be wildly off. Like there might be a good chance of that, but that's what she says. Other valuable information. Mark says pretty much everybody's going to be able to see an eclipse in their lifetime, but not many people will be able to see an actual exploding star. Sometime between now and September, the event will occur and last for about a week. At first, you may need a telescope. Then eventually, you'll be able to view it with the naked eye.
exploding star.
Well, that sounds pretty dramatic.
Yeah.
Search the web to find the exact location. Due to the lengthy directions, it may not seem impressive to most, but it is a once-in-a-lifetime thing for sure. Okay.
I just want to be able to see it. You know, that was my biggest complaint about the eclipse that we got. I couldn't really see it. It was only like half of an eclipse anyway.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm going to look up and take time to like look into space, I kind of want it to pay off.
Right.
So this exploding star needs to bring it with the fireworks. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, that eclipse was a non-issue.
I agree.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people were saying never grab a dog by its tail. That caller, that emailer is out of her fucking mind. The dog will spin on you.
Yeah, the dog will spin so fast and be able to bite you easily.
Yeah, that did not sound like good information at all to me. It's like, I've never heard that. In fact, I've heard the exact opposite always.
Our part's trying to set us up to get
I guess
bit.
so, yeah. Yeah, why don't you go find a pit bull and grab it by the tail? See what happens.
Dumbass.
Wait,
She was
what?
just checking to see if we would do it.
I guess. Yeah, let's not listen to that. Okay, somebody needs an opinion here. It says, I got a great buddy of mine that has been married for going on 10 years. A few of us go play a golf game at a bar, and out of nowhere, there was a female literally throwing herself at him, giving the hint that she wants to hook up with him and take him home. My buddy whispers to her and says that he's married. Well, a few minutes later, she comes back to me and tries again, even more. He again says, I'm sorry, but I'm happily married. So nothing comes of it, and the night was over. 2 weeks go by, and my wife says to me, hey, do you remember when you went out with your buddy and a girl was hitting on you? Just to tell you that it was a straight setup. I was just seeing if you were going to go forward with it. If you were going to say yes to that girl and say, let's go wherever, she was going to say, yeah, you're a cheating bastard. I can't believe you were going to cheat on your girlfriend. This is what I think of this story. I think she's actually cheating on him. That's why she did that. Could I be wrong? What do you think?
Whoa.
I don't, entrapment, I'm not a big fan of that whole thing. And if there's were a makeup or breakup, I think that's a breakup. You know, if that's how you are going to figure out if I'm going to be faithful or not, is you have girls try to hit on me and try to set me up. Yeah, nah.
It does seem a little diabolical, and if I was him, I'd be looking into the accusation that she is cheating on you.
Right.
And trying to figure out how she's going to move next.
I wouldn't even consider that much. I think I'd be right out. I'd be like, no, that's messed up. That's what you think an adult relationship should be like? Trying to trap each other into these kind of like situations? I think that's one of those things that's an immediate deal breaker.
Well, you can never trust this person. And
No.
they move like a snake. When you see somebody move like a snake like that, you're just like, all right, we're good.
It just wouldn't even be worth it. I'd be like, all right, no, let's just end this thing. Yeah, that's ridiculous. Yeah, I hope that you get them out and get out of that situation. Let me see here. Got another graduation shout out. This is for Jarrett Lovelock. He graduates from Jensen Beach High School today.
Woo-hoo.
Mom, Dad, Mimi, Grampy, and the whole family wish you the best in your new adventures. Thanks, KVJ, for celebrating all these years with us. Donna sent that in. We met them at the Buffalo Wild Wings in Jensen Beach We're up there, and there is the photo.
That was so fun.
Yeah, it was. That was a really fun appearance. I really had a great time.
Buffalo Wild Wings was out at the party under the bridge. They were serving food too.
Oh, they were? Okay.
Yeah.
They do great stuff.
It was so much food, Kevin. At one point, I was like, I can't move. I can't breathe. I ate so much food.
Do you like do you like a food event, food and cocktails, or do you like just a cocktail event better?
I like food and cocktails.
Okay.
I do, because it's so fun.
What do you consume more when you go to that event, food or cocktails?
Cocktails.
Okay.
Well, I had a drink every minute of the event. I was not chewing every minute of the event.
Gotcha, okay.
I could not. I couldn't eat that much food, honestly. There was so much that there was no way I could finish everything. I was taking one bite of stuff and then throwing the rest of it away so I could judge it.
Okay. So it was a great event, though.
It was so fun.
Okay. Got another event, I believe, today. Is it the Little Smiles Golf Tournament today?
Yes, it's going on right now, actually.
Okay.
They've been out there since early this morning.
They're at Trump National, is
They
that right?
are, yes.
In Jupiter?
Yes.
Okay. Very cool. Yeah, that's a great course to play.
It
You,
is.
Can get on that. That's great little access. If somebody would want to play that next year, how would they get in on that, Virginia?
All you have to do is go to littlesmiles.org and you can sign up for everything there. You can sign up to volunteer.
Mm-hmm.
You can get all the details about the upcoming Stars Ball, which is already being put together and on the website, littlesmiles.org.
Okay, very cool. All right, well, you guys have a better Monday than Jbird's having. Hopefully you guys all feel great, and we hope that he can knock down his fever and come back pretty soon. So we don't have any medical updates other than just he had 103 fever, so hopefully he's going to get there. So we'll see.
Yeah, I don't have anything. I just text him, hey, medical update, nothing.
Yeah. So we'll see. Hopefully he'll be back with us tomorrow. Y'all have a great day. We'll see you soon. Goodbye.